Forget what pop culture taught you about American monsters. It's time to meet the real legends. We're going beyond Bigfoot. I asked AI to create the creature for each of the 50 states in the US. Which creature is best known where you're from? Let me know in the comments. Because mythical creatures aren't just in ancient history or the mythology of a distant land, but right in your own backyard. Think you know the scariest cryptid? Be alert for hints of a quieter, more elusive legend, because at the end of this video, there's a bonus beast that might just pounce on your curiosity. Let's see what these creatures might look like. These small, mischievous beings from Okinawan folklore dwell in the forests. Pugwudgies can either help or hinder humans. They might lead you safely home or lure you to your doom, encapsulating the dual nature of folktales. A chilling figure from Native American folklore, the Wendigo is born from insatiable greed and desire. This gaunt, cannibalistic entity embodies the harshness of winter and the dangers of overindulgence in the human psyche. Thin, elusive creatures that blend seamlessly into the trees. Wood devils are said to watch silently from the forest. Their presence is more felt than seen, a whisper of movement and fleeting glimpse of what might be. Melonheads, these small humanoid figures with oversized heads, are said to roam the woodlands. Legends suggest they're the result of a failed government experiment or a family shunned and mutated from isolation. They emerge from the shadows with mischievous or malevolent intent. The Hodag is a mythical creature from Rhinelander. It's said to have the head of a frog, the grinning face of a giant elephant, and spikes on its back. Described as both terrifying and comical, it captures the whimsical side of cryptid tales. In the murky depths of Kansas resides Sinkhole Sam, a serpentine creature that eludes capture but not the local imagination. Witnesses describe undulating movements and sudden whirlpools, suggesting something large beneath the tranquil surface. Lake Champlain's own monster, Champ, has been sighted numerous times. Described as a large serpent-like creature, its presence adds a mystical layer to the lake, captivating locals and visitors alike. The Van Meter visitor is described as a winged creature with a blinding light projecting from its forehead. This visitor terrorized the town of Van Meter over several nights in 1903. Its legacy endures in the tales of a subterranean dwelling accessed via an old coal mine. Born of a local legend in the Pine Barrens, this creature has a horse-like head, bat wings, and a piercing scream. Over 300 years old, the legend of the Jersey Devil remains one of the most vibrant and enduring American myths. This bizarre creature from the mountains of Colorado waits perched on high ridges, its massive mouth ready to devour unsuspecting tourists. The Slide Rock Bolter is a monstrous reminder of the dangers lurking in the beautiful vistas, a beast born from the tall tales of miners. The kind that dig. Midjourney seemed to have got miner and miner confused. Well, I guess that it's a good thing they're doing something about that. Unlike a lot of other image generators, Midjourney actually cares what they generate. Anyway, on to the next cryptid. Often spotted near Pine Ridge, this large hairy beast resembles Bigfoot and is believed by some to be a bad omen. Leitakuhe sightings are often accompanied by a sense of foreboding, weaving it firmly into the fabric of local lore. A scaly beast said to lurk in the alkaline waters of Alkali Lake, its legends keep the curious at bay. Descriptions vary from a dragon to a massive alligator, making it a formidable part of local lore. This dragon-like creature has terrified the residents of central Maryland and Virginia for centuries. With its screeching cry and the ability to swoop silently from the sky, the snallygaster embodies the terror of the unknown. The Miniwashitu is a large red bison of the Missouri River that is said to emerge covered in mud and ooze. Also known as water ghost or water cannibal, it is sometimes also depicted as having a skeletal or distorted human-like form, with features that are both eerie and unsettling. A guardian spirit to some Native American tribes, it represents the power and mystery of the river, an ancient spirit cloaked in its mists of legends. This terrifying creature terrorized the town of Enfield in 1973 with 3 legs, short arms, and glowing red eyes. It leapt extraordinary distances, leaving an incredible mark on local lore as a nocturnal nightmare known as the Enfield Horror. A mysterious light that dances along the border with Oklahoma, seen by generations with theories abound, but whether it's a ghostly lantern or a natural phenomenon, the spook light continues to allure and mystify. In 2008, a bizarre creature washed up on Montauk shore, sparking wild speculation and theories. Photos circulated wildly, suggesting a raccoon, a dog, or even a rodent, but the true identity of this monster remains shrouded in mystery. a modern cryptid tale. These frog-like beings were first sighted in Loveland in the 1950s, described as humanoid frogs wielding what appears to be a wand. Their eerie bridge-side appearances contributed to local lore, bridging the gap between plausible and paranormal. Towering and ghostly, the specter moose of Maine is said to be an albino moose, massive and elusive, vanishing like a mist. Reported sightings describe it as a majestic phantom of the forest, symbolizing the untamed mystery of Maine's wilderness. The Chesapeake Bay harbors Chessie, a sea serpent reminiscent of Nessie of Loch Ness. Affectionate sightings over the years have pointed this creature not as a beast, but as a shy, playful resident of the bay. Witnessed first in 1887, this canine-like creature walks upright and haunts the northwest forests of Michigan. Every 10 years, it's said to return woven into the fabric of local legend through song and story. Known as Flessie, this creature is akin to a giant eel and reputed to inhabit Flathead Lake. With sightings dating back over a century, it adds a layer of depth to the lore of Montana's largest lake. Perhaps the most famous of all American mythical creatures, Bigfoot is a large, hairy, humanoid creature roaming the vast forests with an elusive grace. Its legend is a staple of American cryptozoology, sparking interest and debate worldwide. Similar to the New Mexican legend, Utah's skinwalker is deeply rooted in Native American lore, particularly among the Navajo. It is feared for its supposed ability to curse humans and its ability to change into anything by changing its skin. The jackalope, a rabbit with antelope horns, is a playful Western legend embodying the fun and fantasy of frontier tall tales. Perhaps one of the saddest of all mythical creatures, the squonk is said to be so ugly that it cries constantly, and if concerned, it can dissolve completely into tears. This heart-rending creature of Pennsylvania's hemlock forest is a poignant symbol of the pain of existence. In the late 19th century, Mercy Brown became posthumously famous when her body was exhumed and found not to have decomposed normally, leading locals to suspect her of being a vampire. Her story is a fascinating glimpse into the vampire hysteria that once gripped New England. This phantom of Cannon Beach is said to be covered in bandages, smelling of rotting flesh, haunting the local area. Bandage Man is rumored to appear in vehicles during storms, a spectral hitchhiker from a bygone era. This grotesque merman, supposedly caught near Swannendale in the 17th century, has a disturbing story. Exhibited as a curiosity, it represents the dark fascination with the ocean's mysteries, a maritime tale of wonder and horror. Alleged to dwell in the state's freshwater lakes, this monstrous octopus is said to attack swimmers with its deadly tentacles. Its legend reflects deep-seated fears of the unknown lurking beneath serene water surfaces. The tale of the Hopkinsville Goblin began one summer night in 1955 when a family reported attacks by small, silver creatures with large, round eyes. These beings sparked a frenzy, leading to outgoing debates about extraterrestrials in rural America. This giant turtle was allegedly spotted in Churubusco in the late 1940s. Known as Oscar, the turtle became a local sensation. This creature is similar to Bigfoot. Stop rolling for a second. Wait, hold on. How many Bigfoots does that make? And Loch Ness monsters? I'm gonna have a counter. Okay. Let's continue. Similar to Bigfoot, but is known for its incredible speed and terrifying scream. The Tennessee Wild Man is a legendary figure that adds a wild, untamed narrative to the state's deep forests. Dwelling in the depths of Lake Tahoe, Tessie is often described as a friendly serpent spanning up to 60 feet. Sightings describe a creature with a large, undulating body, occasionally mistaken for logs or waves, unless it chooses to reveal itself. Nicknamed Charlie, the serpentine creature of Payette Lake sparks intrigue with each rare appearance. Described as a reptilian with humps visible above water, it embodies the mystery of Idaho's natural landscapes. First spotted in the 1970s in the town of Fouke, this large hairy humanoid became infamous after reportedly attacking a local family. Dubbed the Beast of Boggy Creek, its legend persists in films and folklore, a menacing shadow in the Arkansas woods. Emerging from the icy waters, the Teesrook is a snake-like sea creature known to snatch unwary fishermen off piers and boats. With a head resembling a seal and a body that coils beneath Arctic waves, it remains one of Alaska's most chilling enigmas. In the backroads of Georgia, Old Pete is a bipedal ape-like creature often sighted near Swanee, particularly around Lake Lanier. Described as a tall humanoid with red eyes and long white fur, Old Pete adds a layer of mystique to the local folklore, stirring imaginations with each reported sighting, my own family included in those who have seen this monstrous beast. Originally from Latin American folklore, the chupacabra has also been reported in Texas, where it's said to attack livestock and drain their blood. It's a fearsome predator lurking in the shadows of rural areas. These beings from Navajo mythology are shapeshifters capable of transforming, possessing, or disguising themselves as animals. Traditionally feared and respected, skinwalkers represent the blurred boundaries between natural and supernatural worlds. Roaming the Mogollon Rim, this Bigfoot-like creature stands over 7 feet tall, covered in long black or reddish-brown fur. Witnesses report foul odors and piercing red eyes that haunt the pine forests, leaving behind only oversized footprints and unnerved campers. Known for a spree of attacks on dogs in the 1950s, this vampire-like beast terrorized the town of Bladenboro. Described as cat-like but big as a bear, it's a nightmarish figure from North Carolina folklore. A staple of Cajun folklore, the Rougarou wanders the swamps, a cursed shapeshifter with a human body and a wolf's head. Often linked to tales that enforce moral conduct, those who meet its gaze or speak of it risk becoming one themselves. Well shit, I'm fucked now, aren't I? Oh well, let's continue. First sighted in the 1960s in Point Pleasant, Mothman is described as a large winged humanoid with glowing red eyes. It's a harbinger of doom and disaster, adding a dark, ominous layer to local folklore. First reported in 1988, the lizardman is said to be a reptilian about 7 feet tall and capable of high-speed runs and car attacks. It's a modern-day dinosaur that captures the imaginations of those in and around Lee County. The Florida Everglades hide the skunk ape, a primate-like creature with a pungent odor. Observed in the swamps, it's a southern cousin to Bigfoot, elusive and strong-smelling. Deep in the forests of Alabama lurks the White Thing, a creature described as part beast, part ghost, with glowing eyes and a scream like a woman in grave distress. Reports claim it moves with supernatural speed, a ghostly figure that blurs the line between reality and nightmare. Whispered among the river folk are tales of mermaids along the Pascagoula River. Beckoning the lonely with their siren songs, these enchanting yet melancholic creatures are as much a part of the river as the water itself. Pyramid Lake holds secrets, including the water babies, spiritual entities that echo the cries of infants. Legend says these sounds are a haunting reminder of past tragedies, blending natural sounds with supernatural lore. The Minahune are a mystical dwarf people in Hawaiian folklore. They are skilled builders who construct temples, fish ponds, and canoes overnight. Described as playful yet shy, they hide from human eyes, leaving only their marvelous constructions as proof of their existence. And here is the bonus, but before I reveal this mythical creature, there were many more legends sadly left out of this list. Did I miss any legends from your state? Or even better, what stories or rumors have you heard? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to uncover more legends, myths, and history. The Demon Cat of Capitol Hill is a ghostly figure steeped in the lore of Washington, D.C., making its spectral home within the shadowy halls of the United States Capitol. According to legend, this phantom feline appears as a regular-sized cat, but under threat or when observed too closely, it undergoes a startling transformation, swelling to the size of a tiger. The origins of this myth are tied to the early days of the Capitol's history, when cats were employed to control the rat population. Over time, whispers of a demon cat, often abbreviated as DC, began to circulate among the night watchmen and the maintenance crews. It's said that its appearances presage significant national events or crisis. One notable example occurred shortly before the stock market crash of 1929, and again before the assassination of President Kennedy. The cat was reportedly seen by several Capitol security staff, who described feeling a chill in the air and seeing the cat's eyes glowing menacingly in the dark before it vanished as swiftly as it appeared.